say yes. I don't think I have anything on Wednesday night.
The
As long as
19th
there's not
isn't
something
gonna
that
work,
the kids
is it?
school,
Let's
like,
see.
that's my
Yeah.
luck. And then it's
We
like
should
back to
have the
school
full
night or something.
board if we're gonna vote.
That's my problem.
Wow.
So Freddie
We're
can't come the 19th, so
Got
we're
it.
already down to 3.
Okay.
Can we, I mean, just as an option, is we could set it for the 19th, and if that date doesn't work, notice that it's been adjourned to the 3rd.
Right.
So it wouldn't have
Yeah,
to
we
be
just
voted.
we need enough notice.
Right.
I mean, ideally, we have the whole board
At
for a
least for
vote, but
tonight, we know we've got 3 of
it's so
them.
challenging at times to get everybody in one place.
We need board members.
I know.
We-
I
if-
know.
Gives Danielle time. to check
Lori's been
this.
trying, I've asked
Because
people,
we can't go
but
backwards, we can't do it the 3rd and then change it to the 19th. The board
Right.
meeting.
it's
So
tough
if-
to
so
get people to
We can mention it.
Just as an
literally
we
get on
can-
board with the
Let me see
board.
if I can pull
As
up
an option.
Um,
Yeah, everything's getting
Amanda?
expensive.
Yeah.
People are cherishing their
If-
free time.
If the applicant's okay with the
Working harder
19th,
and
we'll keep it on the
longer.
19th. And then if for some reason,
That doesn't work out, then we'll just renotice. You're good for the 19th?
I think we have, right, 3 for the 19th.
Just everyone has to like take the time to show up.
I'll be here.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Freddie said he could be here December 3rd. What is that, parent-teacher conference?
Did I call it? I don't know if mine is, it's 6 to 8 too.
So why don't we just keep it the 19th?
Okay.
And then if it has to be,
December 3rd will be our backup date.
Works. That's,
Yeah, worst
I think
case.
that's a good idea.
I think you have to go and you get their schedule and go to each one of their classes. It's a whole production. It's been a minute, my daughter's a senior, but that's how it was when she was in middle school.
Yeah, it's my first year there, so. I call that, see?
Mhm.
That's always because if I said yes, it would be parent-teacher conference.
We're live. They'll,
Let me go to my car.
no, we can check. I just need to write the time when things are passed. That's it.
it is 7 o'clock.
Oh, must have just happened. You're on it. All right. Welcome all to this October 22nd Zoning Board of Appeals meeting. We will open up with a roll call by Amanda here. Amanda, if you could please check who's all here today.
Sure, we have Chairman Nicholas Borley,
Here?
Member Danielle Anderson,
Here.
and Member Tom Zareki.
Here.
All right. Will you all please join me and stand for the pledge?
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, the first element that we're going to discuss tonight is going to be brought up by our legal counsel, Danielle.
Yes, so the next item on the agenda, Henshin Dairy, I just wanted to raise to the board, and during this meeting, our firm has a prior potential conflict, which we think is waivable, having represented a principal related to the applicant property owner in a totally different entity, in a totally different matter, unrelated to this. Just wanted to put that out there. We'll get updated waivers prior to the next meeting.
Next meeting,
and
right.
take care of that.
All right. Yeah, we'll get the details on that, and as long as there doesn't seem to be any serious conflict, which we don't seem to think there is, and we all agree, then it should all work out just fine. The next thing we'll do is we will have Kelly, what's your last name again? I'm sorry. Leibold?
Yes.
Talk to us about this project on the Henshin parcels. There are 3 parcels that they are currently occupying, and this is discussing what they want to have happen across all 3. We're kind of talking about it as one, but it's really 3 parcels.
Correct.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Again, Kelly Leibold from KARC Planning Consultants. This is actually a unique project because there isn't a project. What we are here before the village to seek is approval for an as-built, so in existing conditions. There are no improvements proposed on this project. It's essentially paperwork catching up with the site. And so over the last 20 years, there's been sort of an evolution as far as the site plan for this project, or this property. And because it was formerly used for agricultural purposes, it didn't go through the site plan review process. So we've been before the planning board. Again, no changes to driveway access, structures, everything that's there that you've seen for the last 20 years, there's going to be no modifications to it. In working with the planning board, again, to get site plan approval for an as-built, no changes, we identified 2 issues in the code that the site doesn't meet. And so unfortunately, we had to come before this planning board to seek area variances for an existing condition. Those 2 issues are, in your code, it's a little unusual, but it has this frontage requirement where 80% of the frontage needs to be occupied with a building. So the area along 22, which is on the top of this page, this is the existing barn. I think everyone knows the property. Essentially, this area is supposed to be covered with buildings 80% of the land. And it doesn't meet that. Obviously, it's been like this for 20 years. So we're seeking an area variance to reduce that to, I think it's 59, it's actually 60%. We provide 20%, the requirement is 80%, so we're seeking a 60% area variance. The second issue that came up that we don't comply and haven't complied for 20 years is open space. And so your code requires 25% of a site to be open space. I think we all know that there's a tremendous amount of area here that has open space, but the code requires that that area be into perpetuity open space. And so we're not in a position right now to be able to do that. And so we're seeking 0% open space, again, for this project. No new buildings, no proposed modifications. So you're approving something essentially that's been there for 20 years. We provided you with that 5-point threshold test that's required in New York State, making a determination of whether, oh, that's okay. I'm not starting over. You know the project. So we provided you with, there's 5 questions that we're required to respond to. And really the kind of the culmination of those questions is, will there be a negative impact to the environment as a result of the issuances of these variances? And so kind of throughout that response, we indicated, no. I mean, this site has been here for 20 years. We're not, proposing any modifications. And so how could it be affecting negatively the environment and the neighborhood and the surrounding community? I can go through those if you'd like me to. But I think for purposes of tonight, we're hoping to get any questions or comments that you guys have. Procedurally, I won't kind of take and speak for your consultants, but we were hoping to schedule the public hearing, which we were just talking about, and also to circulate this to county planning because it does need to go to county planning.
I don't think you need to go through all 5 of those, and because we're going to have to go through all 5 of them anyhow during the public hearing as well, Kelly.
Yep.
But thank you very much. Is there anything else?
That's it.
And we might still ask you a few questions along the way, so don't feel like you can't just pop in and say something.
Absolutely.
I have a question for you. Obviously, one of the things you brought up is that this building has been here for 20 years and doesn't meet the current code. I know that at one point this was considered an agricultural property.
Correct.
So the question I have for you is, it doesn't meet the code now. When it was built 20 years ago, did it meet the current requirements at the time for an agricultural use property?
Well, I actually can answer that question. It does meet the code now. So we actually went through a process with your building inspector, and we provided him with the drawings. We submitted a building permit application as if it were going to be built this year. We provided him with the drawings that were provided to the village back in 2005 when this building was built. He reviewed those drawings, he completed a site inspection, and he issued a certificate of occupancy. So we do have that paperwork that was issued this year. So this building actually does meet current code, current building code. It's the site where we have some deviations from the requirements in the zoning.
Right, but the question I had was, when this was deemed an agricultural lot, which it no longer meets that, so it now, I guess, has become a B1?
It's in the B1 zoning district.
It's in the B1 zone, okay. When it was agricultural, did this meet the requirements
For the
as an
code back then?
agricultural lot?
Agricultural,
back in
I can't
2000?
answer that. Yeah,
Okay.
I can't answer that. I understand your question, but I don't know if it's relevant.
I mean, one of the things, obviously, your desire is to catch up here paperwork-wise. We're talking about something that's been around for 20 years. I just want to be clear that what this isn't really like a grandfathered-in thing either. It's that the building was put up, but the proper variances don't seem that they had been arranged in place before the construction.
Correct, they weren't required at that time.
Can I insert something?
Oh, yes, please.
You're in the B2 zone.
B2.
Sorry,
B2.
gonna say.
Yeah, B2.
Right, okay.
B2's.
But also, haven't you been in the B2 zone since the 1995 code?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know that they were in an agricultural zone.
Well,
Unless
I
you're,
think
and
it
then
was
the
deemed an
building was built in
agricultural lot.
2005. Are you talking about use or zoning?
I think he's kind of, I think maybe they're getting
Yeah.
Okay,
combined together. So
Yeah.
there's use and zoning.
apologies.
And so this has always been in the B2 zoning district. And at the
Right.
time that the building was built in 2005, you are correct, that there was an agricultural exemption for that building.
got it.
Fast forward to today, that building meets all of the building code. We've got certificates of compliance,
Got it.
documents from the building inspector. So we're, we're catching up the paperwork, and now the site, we're bringing the site into compliance with the planning board, and we're bringing the site into compliance with the zoning board.
Right, okay. Now, I have a question about, I mean, one of the two things that you're looking for, obviously, one has to do with the frontage, the B2, where the buildings have to fill 80% of the front of the road space. I mean, that obviously makes a lot of sense for a property in the middle of the village, like the Dutcher House, and other such buildings where you have a bunch of commercial and perhaps mixed-use buildings. It does appear that having that requirement on this particular lot would not fit at all with the surrounding areas. That's my opinion on that. But I do have a question for you. I mean, and we're talking about this 3-lot parcel, kind of like it's one, though, because it's all
Correct.
one use for three parcels. And one of the things you're going to be asking for is a 0% open space.
Correct.
Now, there's a definition of open space here. It's actually, I just got this printed out, I read it. It's a little bit, I thought it might be a bit more specific. It just says that land which an applicant for site plan, subdivision, or use permit approval dedicates, conveys, or sets aside in perpetuity, such that no portion of such land shall be therefore improved by buildings or other improvements. Now, currently, the requirement would be for 25%, but you're asking for 0%,
Correct.
right? Now, I just took a drive through there today. Now, obviously, there's a fair amount of gravel around. It looks like there's a little bit of a wetland area in one area. It looks like, you know, just by a looser definition of open space, there's a lot of space without any buildings on it. I know that for a while, there were a lot of tractor trailers on the property, and there was a lot of parking to accommodate that, and that area was all gravel. It looks like it would be pretty inconsequential almost to have a lot of that as open space and meet the criteria, but I'm wondering why you're looking to have that number reduced to 0 from the required 25%, because it looks like if you just dug up some gravel and put down some grass and trees, you'd meet that with ease. And it looks like without those tractor trailers there, which we're all happy about that, you probably don't need as much gravelled area as there is right now. When there were like 20 tractor
I'm going to
trailers.
defer to your attorney so that she can address this issue.
Sure.
Well, I mean, I think it's a valid question, maybe one for you to take back and think about before, if we set it down for a public hearing. I don't know that, that the 25%, you know, that would be, I think this is, of the 3 parcels combined is over 5 acres. So you're looking at least an acre
Yeah, I mean, one of the
as the 25%.
Right. I mean, one of the possibilities would be, I guess, if this is all being used as one, these 3 parcels are being used as one, perhaps it also might be a consideration that these parcels will be combined into one parcel, and that way, if there are certain areas that are designated for certain use, one parcel isn't going to get sold down the road, which would totally put off balance any decisions made that the board would have based on the 3 parcel chunk that we're all talking
So
about.
this property, I guess I'll answer the question. This property is a subject of litigation, and I think it's very well known that there's ongoing litigation with regard to this property. The issue with the open space requirement is not providing 25% of open space, because we could probably provide 50% open space or more so.
Right.
The issue is the requirement that it be placed in perpetuity, and we cannot do that because there is ongoing litigation regarding another project that's before the village. And that's the reason why we're asking for the 0%.
Okay.
And I don't know if we should discuss it any more than that. I'll defer to you. I think
I
that,
think that completes, though, the answer that they're not looking to do modifications now.
correct.
But that there might be the desire to do modifications in the future, in
Of
which
course.
case you might want to cover 100% of that lot and have no
Well,
open space.
we can certainly talk about that. So as you know, area variances run with the land, and we would have no objection to this board if they wanted to condition this area variance for this project. And
Right.
when I describe this project, I mean, there's no improvements,
Right.
right? So this project that we're discussing here today doesn't include any improvements.
I
So if
understand.
this board wants to condition that area variance on that requirement, we would not object to that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that addresses the concerns that you have.
Okay. Okay. Would this applicant, I mean, and you may not have this answer right now either, it might be easier once again to deal with this, again, it's a project that's already done, but because the use of the 3 parcels is basically being treated as one parcel, would the applicant be open to the possibility of the idea of combining this into one large lot so that it's dealt with as one parcel, as far as
Yeah, I understand.
regulations and the zoning and
Yep.
all, because, I mean, I'm not quite sure how we would divide this up among multiple parcels.
I think there's a valid concern raised by the board that if you
Mm-hmm.
have certain conditions and then one parcel's sold.
Yeah.
But again-
Not taking away from the validity of your statement, I would just say, though, that, they're in for site plan approval, right? And the special use permit criteria is that they provide 5 acres, and it can be via multiple parcels.
Okay.
Under different, it can be via multiple parcels. We should double check that language and make sure that if those multiple parcels had different owners, that's still, acceptable. But the point is, like, the site plan special use permit approval is reliant on those 3 parcels being part of that project site. So they can't, if they cannot then change it to being only 2 parcels without coming back to the village for a new approval.
And again, if you condition this area variance decision, whatever you render, on the factual statement that it's for this project only, if the applicant decides to sell a parcel, then that area variance is null and void. It's non-existent anymore.
Right.
So it's their risk, and that protects the
I
village.
understand. Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you for
You're welcome.
clarifying that, everybody.
Yep, you're
I
welcome.
appreciate that. Okay, I think I've asked the questions I had.
Absolutely. Anyone else?
Danielle, Tom, anything that you guys have on your mind that you haven't brought up? Karen, anything else that
I
you
just-
have on
I-
your mind?
I think we said to do the 239M for.
Yeah, I sent it to
So
Kelly.
it's already been
Excellent.
sent.
Excellent,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, good. Thank you.
All right.
So I would just say that, Karen, right, you've sent out your letter. Is there anything else that the board wishes to receive, any kind of supplement, anything? Amanda, what is the deadline for any such submission? November, did we say November 5th, I believe?
November 5th.
So just keep that date
Okay.
in mind.
Sure.
If there's anything else you're looking to share.
Is there anything else that the board needs? No? Okay.
I don't think so yet, but I know one of the things that we should be doing tonight also, Karen, is we should declare ourselves lead agency regarding seeker.
Yes, because it was a type 2 from the
Correct.
planning board,
Yep.
so this is an unlisted action, and thank you for highlighting that
Yes.
to remember.
It's the only thing that keeps
And
me
we-
honest,
we-
because there's so many pages of text that looks the same. I've got to say, this
Yeah.
is the important
Yeah,
part.
and yes, you should declare
All right,
yourself.
so I'd like to make a motion for the board to approve and declare that we are going to be the lead agency on this particular applicant's project.
I so move.
All right. Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we have declared ourselves lead agency, and also, we need to declare that this seeker action is unlisted. All in favor of declaring, I'll make a motion to declare this is unlisted.
I'll second that
All
motion.
right, all in favor of declaring this seeker action is unlisted, say aye.
Aye.
All right, it has now been declared unlisted. Karen, I think you mentioned that you don't believe that there will be any conflicting agencies,
I think no involved agencies.
no involved agencies. So,
Right,
but they
because
still
the
have
only
30
other
days to
agency-
respond, just in case.
Well, there's no need to circulate the
Got it.
seeker form because there's nobody circulated to.
Got it.
Because planning board already did their, you know, their own seeker review
All right,
by way of the type 2.
all right, good enough. Okay, I think that the only thing left then on this, and correct me if I'm wrong, Danielle and Karen, is to try to set a date here tonight for a public hearing with this applicant. And I think that the applicant has said that there's a favoring of November 19th is the date, Kelly, is that correct?
I think the methodology behind saying that that was the date is that if there was a conflict that occurred between now and then regarding the November 19th date, that the board has a backup meeting
Yes.
that they could, so you could go forward but not backwards.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to set a public hearing for this applicant for November 19th. And as a backup, we will have December 3rd as a possibility, in case for some reason there's some conflict or scheduling issue with the 19th, not
Thank you,
having
Mr.
us
Chairman.
sitting here with a quorum. So I'll make a motion for that. I think I already did. Can somebody second for a motion?
I'll second it.
All right, all in favor of those dates, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we will have those dates set on our calendar
Very well.
For a public hearing.
for a public hearing. Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, thank
All
you
right.
very much. We appreciate you guys coming tonight.
Is there anything else we've interrupted you about that you wanted to say, Ken?
Everyone's here for this application.
All right,
I just
Yep.
gotta watch the match here.
All right, thank you.
all right, thank you very much. You have a good
Thank you.
evening.
Thank you. Have a good night. You too.
I'm sorry, guys. I did leave at the usual time, but I did not make it here at 7.
Wasn't so critical.
I'm
You
sorry.
showed up and it was good.
We forgive you.
Thank you.
We do.
I appreciate that.
Good night.
Have a
Good
good
night.
evening. We'll see you soon.
Okay. I'm just sending myself an email about this date, so because it's different. But I guess the next week is Thanksgiving. That's why, right?
Okay, so the next thing on our agenda is to approve the minutes from our June 25th meeting. That was the 68 West Main Street, property owned by the Tomasettis. It was a beautiful restoration of a home right across the street from me. Danielle, I know you were at that meeting.
I was absent.
You were
can
absent.
Still vote even if you're out.
However, if you trust us, Tom, and our evaluation of the minutes, you can also vote to approve if Danielle and I feel that the minutes are accurate.
Yeah.
You don't actually have had to have been there.
Okay.
So I have read the minutes, and I think they are accurate. Danielle, have you read the minutes?
I have.
All right, can I have a motion to approve the minutes from our June 25th meeting?
Not approved.
Can I have a second?
Second?
All right, all in favor of approving the June 25th meeting minutes from the Zoning Board of Appeals? Say aye.
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 All right, the minutes have been approved. All right. Now it's time to check for other business. I don't know if we have any other business. Samantha,
I
anything?
don't have any other business.
No other business? All right, then I think we can have a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting. Would like to?
I'll make a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
I'll second it.
All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, tonight's meeting's adjourned. Thank you all
Yeah.
for your dedicated service.